sum everything up for us. What do you want the viewers to walk away with? Give us some advice and takeaways.
Um, I think cliches are cliches for a reason. It's not. It's success is really fleeting. The journey is going to be the thing that you ultimately remember and that adds the most value to your life. Um, um, I'd focus on the journey, and I'd focus on your own personal growth. Because that accrues to a value that you can you can cash in over and over and over again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, it's and watch your arrogance. Arrogance is kind of the thing that makes failure hurt. You know what I mean? When you think you're above,
Yeah. Ego.
yeah, when you
Yeah.
think you're above mistakes, confidence is extremely healthy. The confidence helps you get through the mistake and have proper perspective on it as part of the learning process so that you can get better. You know, um, it was funny when you sent me over the things. I know we talked in the email exchange about success and failure, but it wasn't until I was reading through your questions and I was just like, I really don't think about things in terms of success and failure.
Yeah.
I generally just don't think about them that way. I generally think about them in terms of growth, um, and maybe mastery.
Hmm.
Is more core to how I see things. Um, and so I just drive people to look at things that way. And even in mastery, you'll fail and you'll make mistakes. It's just it's the beauty of it all.
Yeah. I think that's. I mean, I think you touch on an awesome point. I mean, this is really. I mean, I just keep thinking, and this is kind of from a way that you described it earlier, but that same talking about the same mastery and growth. I mean, this is really you're racing yourself here. I just keep comparing it to a race, but you're not necessarily racing against anyone else in your journey as an entrepreneur, which is when you talked about measuring, you don't really think of things in the sense of measurement, but as how much growth you have or how much mastery you've obtained
Yeah,
rather than an external measure of success or failure. And that's really what it is are you racing against yourself or are you racing against someone else or a measurement? And what you say, I think that when you finally realize that you are racing against yourself in a sense, or racing against the watch, if you were an actual race, um, and then the all of those external factors, or which are really mental blocks, in a sense, they're mental distractions. Once those fall away, it really enables you. It sounds like it can really enable you to get past and see success and failure in the proper perspective. So
yeah, I think that's a big part of it. You know, um, it, here's kind of the final point. Um, Most of what I've been doing has kind of led to this realization of the importance of mentors and the master apprentice relationship. And I think when you recognize the importance of those people in your life and on your journey, failure is a built-in part of it. You know what I mean? And you expect to you're constantly trying to uncover the next failure
yeah,
because that shows the next area for improvement, um, and the next area for growth. So I think if you're I think it's harder to have that framework if you're just going it alone. I've always done better with coaches. I've always done better with coaches, and advisors, people who could kind of give me feedback on a very, very regular basis on lots of things that I was doing.
yeah,
You know, I've always found that as a better way to grow, and it always keeps me focused on the fact that I'm very imperfect. Um, and I'm constantly working on that. So the fail, it kind of gets back to the point of the failure is not being um, anything to fear, but more, expect and seek out.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Marcus. Everybody, Marcus Whitney, Moon Toast, and you can check them out online. Thanks for joining us, Marcus.
Thanks, Lee. It was fun, man. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
absolutely. And everybody, thanks for watching the Edison Equation. Join us next time. Thanks.